Hello and welcome to a little memorial service for our dear friend Mary Slowik. So I'm going to just start with how Mary Slowik was connected to Gaia Blooming. So back, I don't know, 2012 was it? I don't remember, 2013. Mary actually had signed up to go to a Chopra retreat with Shannon Hugman. And she wasn't able to go due to her health. And because it was here in San Diego, she sent me instead, which was an incredible blessing. And it was an amazing experience. And while Shannon and I were there, we were like, oh, this energy is so amazing. And we feel like we know so many amazing people. We'd love to start something and be able to put on retreats to help people. And so Mary, through her incredible generosity, kind of gave us this path that started Gaia Blooming. And so we are so grateful to her for that. And you can see I have my little Mary altar going on. I've had this Mary candle that I was waiting for the perfect moment to light, and this feels like the perfect moment. And then my Mary of Guadalupe, a Virgin of Guadalupe picture right there to honor Mother Mary Slowik. And I want to start by, I'm not so good at this because I just don't have it down the way they did. But Mary and Shannon had a little thing that they would do before every one of Mary's shows where they would basically honor the waters of the world and send the waters of the world healing. And we think that that's part of Mary's legacy of, you know, loving and honoring the waters of the world. So I want to just take a moment, and if you can just pray, whatever feels right for you, pray healing energy, divine energy on the waters of the world, the oceans, the seas, the lakes, the rivers, even the glaciers, any of the water of the world. And just imagine your healing energy descending on that. And this is a beautiful practice that if Mary meant something to you, or if it feels right in your heart, that you can continue as part of Mary's legacy, sending healing energy around the waters of the world. Hey, Stacey.
I think she muted herself.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Thank
So,
you.
go ahead. Okay. Well, I was going to then. So Mary's funny. Mary, I love Mary's energy. Mary was very religious and very spiritual both, and she actually sent me this book, Prayers and Heavenly Promises. And so it took me back to my Catholic roots, and I thought, you know, in honor of Mary, that I would take a dive back into my Catholic roots and actually say the Hail Mary, which I'm very proud that I still remember. So I'm going to send Mary a Hail Mary because she's that awesome. So, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. And I have to say that Mary is one of the only people that I would probably dive back in for. But I also have to say, which I don't want to sing it, but I've had in my head the past few days as I've been thinking about this little memorial for Mary, I have had the song Gentle Woman, which is about Mother Mary in my head. And I think that song is so much more appropriate. And if I felt like I could sing it to everyone, I would. But to Mary, that song, I think, is really your wonderful, beautiful little Capricorn essence that we are really grateful for.
So I didn't know what I wanted to do for this. And the last meeting that I had, we did a reading together, and it was really kind of amazing. And so I thought I wanted to pull, it feels like she's with us. Like I feel her a lot right now. It's very interesting. And so I wanted to pull a couple cards. And the cards that she gave, that I was given, whether she gave it to me or is it the universe, but I feel her very much with us right now. The first thing I got was friendliness. And it was this card, and I love this card because, and I can hear her, and she's actually saying keep your friendships and keep the friendships that you've gained. And she's saying that she's very grateful for friendships and the bonds that she got from the growth that she got from these friendships. It feels like a really interesting bond, and it definitely, this card reminds me of her and the color that she brought into our lives. And then the next card is, this is present, which is interesting. That was past. This is present, which is change. And she's going through her cycle of change. She's going through this wheel, and she's just changing. And I feel like she's saying, I didn't go anywhere. It's just a change. I'm just going through a cycle. I also feel, it's really interesting, and I said this to Mimi right before we got on, I feel like she's reincarnating again. And I think she's going to come in quick. I think she's going to come in kind of quick. So it almost feels like she's like, I did really hard work in this last time. The next lifetime I want to play. I don't think she's coming back as a Capricorn. I think she's coming back maybe as a fire sign, something a little bit more, maybe even a Leo or a Sag. It feels like she wants more adventure in this life. I
think she's going to be a cat.
You think she's a cat? She's going to be a cat. Hey.
I'm getting a feeling that she wants to travel, though, and I'm really not sure what that's about, but that's kind of what it feels like. And then the future card, the card that I got was the completion card. She feels complete.
Aww.
There's a completion. There was like the end of her puzzle, and she feels really complete and happy. And then I picked one more card for the totality, but this feels more like a message. I keep feeling like she has a message for me. And I keep pulling this. It's the participation card, and it's the teamwork card. I feel like she's pushing us to work together, that I feel her really strongly saying, like, you guys need to work together. You guys need to keep those bonds together, and you need to go and keep going. Do everything that you guys set out that you wanted to do. Like, I feel kind of like a push. Like, you guys need each other. Remember that. And I'm like, okay, Mary, I feel you. And is there anything else that needs to be said? No, but it's funny. I got the intensity card, this last one, but it's like someone moving towards the light. So, yeah, it's very pretty. And I don't know, I feel her very strongly. And she was such an awesome woman. She actually did the Artist's Way class with me and State when I taught it last time with Stacy, and she always brought her own beautiful color and light, and she always had like really cool stories, and the way that she worked was so different than what it was so beautiful. She had all this like very literary knowledge, and it was just really great to have her presence in the class.
I agree. And she was one of the least judgmental people I've ever met in my life.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I agree.
Even the stupid stuff I put out, she never judged. She never said a bad word. She was just always supportive, and I agree. She wrote like a Capricorn. It was totally Capricornian. It was awesome.
She was super Capricorn, and I loved it because she always went towards such a cool, like, structured literary way, and I was like, wow, it's so cool. She's like half spiritual and kind of like what you said, Mimi, and half kind of in the structure of religion and all of that, and it was really cool that she could really navigate both worlds the way she did.
It was very inspiring how she could navigate both. I had a fun afterlife Mary experience. So she actually passed at 29 degrees Scorpio, which I think is very appropriate for anyone who wants to prove astrology. So good work, Mary, on that. But before I had actually found out that she passed, I was sitting here doing the astrology, looking it over for the next day, and this moth kept landing in my hair. And I have lights all over, moths come to a flame. But there is a Hawaiian tradition that says that moths are recently departed loved ones who come to visit us. And I, at this point, didn't know that I had any recently departed loved ones, so I wasn't thinking that. I was just like, this moth is in love with me. It it kept landing on my hair, like right here. It was just like, I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna be like the little moth on your shoulder. And then when I was completely in the dark in bed, this moth tried to sleep with me. It kept climbing in bed with me, and I was like, Moth, what are you doing? These blankets are too much for you. So the next day, I found out about Mary, and, you know, I was sad about it, and I had to go to a family gathering. There is the Hawaiian tradition that says that... Anyway, I went to a family gathering, and there we go. And at the family gathering, again, different place, my brother's house, this moth came, and once again, the same place landed on my hair. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is Mary. And she's just coming to say, I'm all right. It's all good. I love you. Thank you for what you did. And so that was nice for my soul because I wanted her to stay. So I was really appreciative that, you know, she made her peace. And after that, after I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, this is Mary, I wasn't harassed by the moth anymore. But I so appreciate her Capricorn spirit that was like persistent, like, I'm going to climb in bed with you in the dark so you realize, like, this is me. I'm coming to say hi. I'm coming to say I love you. And so I'm really grateful for her. Hi, David. Oh, and he's gone. Did you want to say something, Stacy?
Yeah, actually, I'm over here shuffling and stuff like that because I got a brand new deck for Christmas, which I was so excited about. But it made me laugh because, I mean, for me, Mary was all about numerology. Yes. So as I'm sitting here listening to you guys and shuffling, I just pulled the deck in half and I went, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?"
Wow.
It's the rebirth card. And I'm like, okay, that says a lot, right? And it just made me laugh because it was so her, and I can totally see her as just, you know, like you said, Nikki. It was right after you said that too. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Anyway, so it just made me laugh because it just was so her, and I can see her just flipping it, like flipping a house. She's on to the next one. And she's doing her next project and her next creative endeavor. And I had a special bond with her in a weird way because she has the same birthday as my mom. So her and I always had this, like, a little bit, I don't want to say friction because it wasn't friction, but to me she was my mom. You know, they have the same birthday. Today's their birthday. So it was, you know, she was like a second mom.
That's beautiful.
Which is why I didn't always listen to her. But she understood that. That was the beautiful thing. She understood that. So I did, you know, it was it was one of those awesome kind of relationships.
I have never seen anyone who is able to throw an idea out there like Mary and just let it be like, okay, here's the idea, and next, here's the idea. She's full of ideas and always happy to put them out there, and she's okay if, like, you were, like, not into it. She's like, okay, well, here you go. Here's another one. Did you want to say anything, David?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I thought it was so sweet that you guys were doing this. I was just on my YouTube uploading some videos, and then I just see on subscriptions, you guys, it says Mary Slowik Memorial, and it was blowing my mind because, like, 2 days ago, I was thinking about her at the New Year. I was like, oh man, you know, I can't believe she left. And I think that the time when she left was so hectic in the universe, it was almost like too much to even handle. I remember I was like, for me at least, because I was going through so much, and it killed me because I that was such a gnarly and intense time, you know. But I wouldn't be here without her. Like, I'll never forget, she was one of the first person to really believe in me and, like, you know, purchase a reading from me and purchase things from me. And she really was like, it really, like, hurts me, you know, that she passed. It's so nice that you guys are doing this because I think that it was hard to really, you know, explore the beauty of her life at such an intense time when she left. And it's kind of nice to do it now because the energy has so opened up. And I just want to say it's beautiful that you guys did this.
Well, thanks for coming on and joining us to give her a little tribute because she definitely impacted all our lives. She has an amazing Capricorn legacy. So I don't know if you heard earlier, David, but one of her things, I don't remember from Soul Garden, when she and Shannon would do the show, they always would take time to send healing to the waters of the world. So we're just encouraging anyone who knew and loved Mary to make that part of your, your daily prayer, your daily meditation, just to, keep up her legacy of sending out that healing energy.
Oh.
So, does anybody else have anything else they would like to say about Mary?
It's funny because I just pulled the card again, and she feels complete. I got completion one more time. And it's feeling that loss, and when we lose anyone, it's really hard for us, I think, more than anyone else, because we lose their presence in our lives physically, and that can be a really hard thing to deal with. But I feel like she keeps coming in and said, but I really felt complete. I really did what I had to do this lifetime, and I really feel like that was the last bit that I finished my puzzle of this lifetime, and I was ready. And the way she let go was so peaceful and beautiful, and I don't know, that makes me feel really grateful that she got to leave in peace.
I agree. I'm glad that she left in peace. Afterwards, I felt, congratulations, Capricorn graduation. That's what it really felt like for me when she left, even though I was sad to see her go. I'm really excited for her next process, and I'm grateful for her guidance, because she's become, I turned to Mary Magdalene, I turned to Mary. I'm like, help me with this. So I'm grateful for her Capricorn Leo moon guidance that she's bringing from the beyond right now for me. So,
yeah, she was something really amazing. She was so beautiful, and no matter what she was dealing with, she always knew how to overcome it and to be positive through it all. And you could feel though that she was going through a lot, but she fought through and she kept fighting through. And I think that Nikki was right. I felt like she completed whatever she did. I mean, she definitely felt that, and she's somebody I'll never forget for the rest of my life, for sure. She was there, and she bought more readings than me than anybody I think ever. I think I did 8 readings for her, and I'll never forget that. I'll never ever.
well, Mary, I feel that you can hear us, so thank you for being with us. Thank you for helping us. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for loving us. And that's all from me.
I feel
Are we complete?
Well, I just wanted to say you guys are doing awesome. You guys just keep putting up so much content, and it's every day I just keep seeing all your guys' stuff, and it's just awesome, and I think you guys are doing great.
Thank you.
Thanks,
this
Taylor.
is part of Mary's legacy too. She was part of our path here. So.
Yeah, and I forgot which one of you said that she feels like she's here to help bring everybody together. And I think that's a very beautiful way of putting her energy, is that she didn't like war, she didn't like fight, she didn't like people or segregation. She always wanted to integrate and have people come together, and she believed in a lot of people. And I think it was her goal to see everybody together, because there was something that happened in these last 2.5 years, because we all came from the same path, we all came from the same place. And there has been a lot of segregation, but I don't think that's the right word. I just think it's been finding the individual path for each one of us. And I do feel like that time's coming back of integration, and she could have been a really big signal for that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. And take some time to send some healing energy to the waters of the world in honor of Mary Slowik. Namaste.
Namaste.